Hello, this is Goku4071 back here again with a pitch. This is my third part to my Nintendo movies thing that I did. And this one is Pokemon the movie. Now there are a few things that I want to talk about when doing this. I believe as of right now, if everything goes according to plan, the Avatar, my Avatar First Thoughts video should already be up, and so I do talk about it. And Minikadra mentions that should actors be done right, or should actors be done well, or should characters be done right or well. And Pokemon is yet again one of these ideas where you don't know where they're from. I mean, you could do a lot of things with race in the Pokemon movie. And you really don't have a set in stone race. I mean, yeah. Because I don't know who did this, but somebody on YouTube did a 4Kids thing where they were talking about how 4Kids ruins everything, and how there's a scene in Pokemon where they had a rice ball that was going away, and they changed it to a sandwich, and throughout they would change to different foods and different things. And that kids should be able to have this nationality. Well, the reason I think they changed it is because Pokemon has never been in Japan. It's not set in Japan. There are things like Akira that is actually set in Japan, Neo Japan, and the Akira movie is going to be set in Neo England. And that I had a problem with because that isn't correct. That you're changing something, and you're doing that so you can have Leonardo DiCaprio star and that I have a problem with. But with Pokemon, you got more free reign. And you do really got more free reign. And, yeah. Now, you're also thinking Pokemon can't be done live action. You gotta be, it can't be done in a movie. I mean, you can do Pokemon movies, but you can't do a live action Pokemon movie. It's just so bizarrely stupid. I mean, hey, yes. And this is why I'm gonna give my pitch. Okay. You do start at the beginning, when Ash gets his Pikachu, and you would also have to have Ash's rival. I don't know if you confirm what Pokemon he ever got, because I don't think the anime ever does tell you. But you would absolutely have Ash's rival. I forgot his name, but there will be a picture here, so yeah. And I don't know how much time, but basically the movie would actually go through the events up to the first gym badge Brock. And you'd get that entire storyline in the first movie. So you have Ash getting Pikachu, Ash going through a small storyline with Pikachu. You have Misty being introduced, Misty's bike being broken. You have probably a very short scene of the forest. You have Team Rocket here periodically. And then you get into Brock, and that would be the meat of the movie. That whole first part would probably be an hour to an hour and a half, and Brock would probably be probably 30 minutes to 45 minutes, depending on whatever. And that's, yeah. You would absolutely have catch Caterpie and evolve it into a Butterfree. That would be a short scene. I don't know quite how you do that. And you absolutely have to have Pidgeotto in the movie. Now, going forward, that's the first film. Now, another thing is the storyline of Pokemon doesn't really set well for a film. Because it's about Ash getting all 8 badges, and then becoming then trying to become the Elite Four champion and failing. That can be done in a film. Now, you won't do multiple Pokemon films in the regards of you'll do multiple films in a span of, you'd probably do a Harry Potter, but you would do a Harry Potter in one difference. Ash is 10 years old, and he never actually ages older. I mean, obviously throughout the adventure he does age a little bit, but doesn't really age that much. So you'd probably want to find an actor who looks an actor who probably doesn't grow up that much, like the kid in Malcolm in the Middle, somebody like that always looks young, even though he's a little bit older. Now, as I say, I never try to cast actors because, first of all, I'm not very good at that, and I'm not gonna go and say somebody. I might occasionally do it if I know somebody who should be in a certain role, but this is not the exception to the rule. But with this film, you get a director that knows what the hell he's doing. The reason why you get a director who knows what the hell he's doing, you get a Cameron or a George Lucas or a Sam Raimi, somebody like that who can do films like this, so that they can sign up for 7 films. And you can change directors throughout, but the reason why you get somebody to sign, you get somebody who can sign these actors on, and who, and you do the first film, without any signing, without anything like that. And then if that does well, then you go and you start signing the actors for, 6, 7 more films, and then you start laying out the woodwork for what will be the Pokemon series. Now, Team Rocket for me has always been stupid. I never liked Team Rocket, so you'd have to actually kind of make Team Rocket cooler. The other problem with Pokemon is the Pokemon themselves. You would absolutely have to make them more animalistic. You'd have to treat them like animals with powers, other than kind of like, yeah, because they are animals, and you would kind of have to make them, like, when you're making them, you'd kind of have to combine them looking more like animals. There are videos on YouTube where people do weird things like that, but you would have to actually take your time, and you would have to work with it. There is a Pikachu. There's a Pika. You take that, you work with it. The size, I don't know if you go the right size or if you go a little bigger, because Pidgey is supposed to be a pigeon. Pigeons are tiny. Pidgeot is gigantic. So, yeah. And that's pretty much this video. This is Goku4071. And see you next time. If you have video response or a comment, they're always welcome. And, this was my 3rd video in my Pokemon movie pictures. First was Zelda, then Metroid, now Pokemon. And I think they could all make very good films. Why don't people do these? They do the stupid ones, they never do the good ones. Or, usually not do the good ones.